But the difference here is simply perverse. This 20% increase could see posties walking as much as 18 miles per day. Hi and welcome to this episode of The Forum. My name is Scott Haslam and I'm your president of the Leeds #1 amalgamated branch of the Communication Workers Union. Our videos include news a little like this one, so if this is your first time watching or haven't already, please consider subscribing and hit the bell symbol to be notified when we upload future videos. Since we made the 4 Pillars Agreement in 2018 with Royal Mail, we have seen a majority of the managers that were involved in that agreement, including the CEO and senior board members, either pushed or jumped before they was pushed and have instead seen their replacements in a new aggressive anti-trade union board. This is an industry that is no longer bothered about service, nor has it got social aims. It's purely about profit. Furthermore, evidence of the last several weeks have seen the business make a calculated decision to move ahead with their business strategy without agreement, in effect instigating executive action. Well, approximately 30 offices across the country have been given notice that revisions, specifically MPU closures and postbox strategy revisions, will be introduced within the next 4 to 6 weeks. This will mean members in those workplaces don't know where they will be working, what type of job they'll be doing, or even what hours they will be working in 4 weeks' time. We understand that the business will be announcing more executive action over the next few weeks. The business are currently tagging MPU closures, postbox strategy revisions, VRs linked to mail centre realignment and moving back attendances in delivery. At the same time, running parallel to this, the business are also introducing their journey transformation agenda by imposition and not negotiation. Royal Mail's statement last year was quite clear. Their aim is to have 3 parcel hubs across the whole country, which will automate the larger parcels to around 200 to 300 offices. This may sound similar because Parcel Force have 3 parcel hubs based at Chorley, Coventry and Hatfield. This move is completely game changing and will have an impact on every office, every function, every sector within the group and will lead to a profound job cull. Their end game plan is that approximately 1 in every 6 deliveries will be absorbed by the other 5. These 5 walks will in effect have their delivery span made 20% bigger than now. Now bear in mind that an average postie walks between 10 and 15 miles a day. This 20% increase could see posties walking as much as 18 miles per day. The hours saved will create a later delivery driver that will deliver the larger parcels and LAT products. The other delivery officers within the LAT catchment area will also see the same 1 in 6 walk collapse. But the difference here is simply perverse. These officers will have all their larger parcels delivered by the parent LAT office. The ripple effect of this is that a significant amount of indoor work will disappear overnight. This, along with the collapsing of 1 in 6 duties, is where the loss of full-time jobs and an increased pressure to move to a predominantly part-time workforce in delivery would take effect, to the tune of around 20%. Additionally, Royal Mail have decided to introduce automated hours data capture into a number of offices by imposition. The business states on their communications that it's simply designed to replace having to sign in and out with a pen and paper. Nothing, however, could be further from the truth. The scan in and scan out of every element of the workplace, including visiting the toilet, would be linked to the hours you actually get paid. Moreover, the business is deliberately not telling employees that the cost of introducing the equipment for automated signing in and out is not only linking it to what you've been paid in terms of overtime, but eventually to use this data to introduce revisions and annualized hours. Compounded to this, the business are also imposing resource scheduler, which is designed to produce a different duty schedule for officers on a weekly or seasonal basis. The policy is ultimately designed to reduce the union's ability to consult and negotiate on duties and resourcing, and specifically increase the reliance on artificial intelligence within the computer systems they want to introduce. Well, the CWU have been perfectly reasonable and said that we'd talk with Royal Mail about the issues they want, providing that they put a stop to the executive action. Now, today all the business have done is threaten to introduce more executive action. Our agreement with Royal Mail was that the second hour of the shorter working week would be linked to last year's pay deal, and it would be part funded by things like efficiency and part funded by whatever the difference was between the inflation rate and the pay deal itself. Therefore, the inflation rate was 3%, less the 2% pay rise, which equates to 1%. And this should be used now to help fund the shorter working week. They want all the savings and efficiencies without honouring their part of the agreement. Before Christmas, we lost our ballot via a spurious legal challenge. The people we are up against will understand nothing less than the full strength of this trade union and the publicity it will bring. The people of this country will be behind the postal workers, and eventually opinion formers like politicians are going to have to wake up and take a view and become involved. All industrial action ballot results are important, but rarely have we seen Royal Mail management deciding to virtually de-recognise the CWU and impose what they want without any safeguards for members as we see them now. It's against this backdrop that the CWU have been left with no other alternative than to ballot the membership for strike action. It's essential that members vote once again to support your union, who is fighting to stop Royal Mail's imposing change on the workforce, which will have far-reaching effects on jobs, terms and conditions. By voting yes, the membership will once again demonstrate that they stand by their union and demand negotiation on their future terms and conditions, and not by dictation. Please vote yes and make your voice heard. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please share us with your friends on social media. Remember, unity is strength. Thanks for watching.